So Unit 2A was titled Slope, and one of the major concepts was to be able to find the rate of change, which is also known as the slope, and the initial value, which was also known as b. So this is m, and this is b, and this is y equals mx plus b throughout the unit. So we had to do it from a couple of different places. So this is the review. You should have already done your entire review and be able to come in here and check your answers. If you have any questions, please make sure you contact me through office hours before your test that you take, and your test is timed. Please be aware of the time and do not run out of the time. You will also have a place to show me work, and that will be on a second upload. So on the first one it says, what's my rate of change? Here's where my rate of change, so I write -3/5. This is basically identify the slope and the y-intercept from equation, and that is -7, and then your equation would be there. Okay, so number one, it's find the slope and the y-intercept from a table. I would suggest you don't do it horizontal. You do it vertical. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, -10, -8, -6, -4, -2. And remember that it is the change of y over the change of x. And so I'm going to come in here and go from here to here is add 2. From here to here is add 2. Here to here add 2. Here to here add 2. I just write it once and think all the way through. Here is from 9 to 18 is add 9. 18 to 27 is add 9. Add 9, add 9. My slope is 2, 9. Now, all of my initial values start at 0 and a number, and I need to get a 0. So if I'm doing this, I'm going to go 45, 36. If I'm adding 9 to get down, I can subtract 9 to go up. And so that's going to be a 0, because 9 minus 9 is 0. And then if I add 2 to get this way, I can subtract 2 to get this way, which is -12. So my coordinate is 0, -12, so b equals -12. So this is as a coordinate, and this is what goes in your equation. So y equals 2/9 x minus 12. You do not need to do a plus negative. It does need to be an equation because it's asking for an equation, so it must have an equal sign. Okay. This is, can you find the slope and the y-intercept from a graph? So slope is how it travels, and so I go 1 up and 2 right, and I have a positive slope. So my slope is 1/2. Where does the line cross the y-axis? It crosses it at 0, 0, which is 0. So my y equals 1/2 x plus 0 is in the format, but I don't need the equation, or the 0, so this would be your final answer. And when you're writing it in the computer, it would be 1/2 in parentheses x, like that. The Carnival charges 3 tickets for each ride. 3 for each. That's a huge tip-off word because that indicates slope. So my rate is 3. It doesn't say that I have an entrance fee, so or an initial value. It doesn't say I have to pay to get into the park. So y equals 3x. I'm just buying tickets. Here I have an equation. It's, can you identify slope and intercept, y-intercept from this formula? There is my rate. This is my y-intercept. Can you create a rule, identify slope, and find the y-intercept from a table? I do not work horizontally, I always have to go vertically, and I'm going to do my table 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. So my rate of change is my change of y over my change of x. I'm adding 20, and I'm going to go add 20, yep, add 20, yep, add 20, yep. Here it's add 5. And I look down and it is add 5. So this is 20 over 5. But to simplify, that's 4. So that's your answer for there. My y-intercept, I'm going to see if I can extend the table to go find the 0. So if I'm adding 20 to go down, I have to subtract 20 to go up. If I'm adding 5 to go down, I subtract 5 to go up. So that would be 20 and then 15, then 10, and then 5, and then 0. So it shows me how much I have to go back. So 100 minus 20 is 80. 80 minus 20 is 60. 60 minus 20 is 40. 40 minus 20 is 20. And 20 minus 20 is 0 again. So here is my y-intercept. So it's 0. So y equals 4x. We don't need to do the plus 0. Here I'm going to notice that I have a negative slope, and I'm going to keep that in mind, and I go down 1, right 1, 1 down, 1 right, in a decreasing. That's negative 1 over 1, which is negative 1. My y-intercept is where does this line cross this axis, and it's at 80. Y equals negative x plus 80. There's a understood one right there. Okay. Lorenzo opens a checking account. He starts with a birthday check. Starts. And y-intercept is the beginning or the starting. And so that's my B. Each will tell me rate. So that's 50 and that's 80. And he is... Deposit means add. So y equals 50x plus 80. I'm going to cut these into a couple of videos so we can do a page at a time.